Good evening, folks. K5LYN, Len and Austin here. We've been getting together here on Wednesday evenings and talking about the early days of single sideband for several years. And just like last week, I'm on the Central Electronics 10A, the very first single sideband transmitter in the world. And when I listened to it on the recording, I find out I'm still slipping down the band after many hours of warming it up. So I'm not going to talk very long tonight before we give it to somebody else. I'm still figuring this out. Buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related. And as we can tell from this recent conversation here, there's a lot of expertise to be found here. And if you've got problems with a radio, this is a great place to ask for some advice. I'm going to talk to 4 or 5 people and give it to Jay, because by that time, I know I'll be off frequency. And I warmed it up for 7 hours. Anybody need this frequency for any emergency use before we talk vintage radio? All right, earlier on, I heard somebody sneaking by there, K7ZT. Joe, you still there? K5LYN. Well, he was there. Maybe he'll be back. KC5WLF. Jimmy. Well, shall I try my neighbor, TXW? George, am I still on the air?
Oh, yeah, you're doing all right. I'm on WB5TXW, by the way. Hello all around the net. On the S-Line 32S1 7503 30L1, power supply, speaker box, the dipole out in the woods, sure, 444, everything's working. I haven't popped the fuse yet. So things are looking up. WB5TXW back to net.
Sounding good, George. Hope I'm doing as well. All right. Hey, Dan, WOZ, talk to us.
Oh, wow. Yeah, good evening, Len. Thanks for letting me sneak in here. This is Dan in the middle of downtown Houston. I'm cheating tonight. I feel bad. I should have lied and said I'm on a Kenwood just so we keep the pace up with those. But I'm not. I'm on what do you call it? Solid state rig, Icon 746 Pro. But I am driving my old Loudon Boomer amplifier here, about 700 watts, 650 anyway. Single 3500Z, and thing just keeps cooking and looks kind of pretty. That's it from here. The microphone is, I don't know what it is. It's a microphone on the Icon, so it doesn't matter. Thanks for letting us in, Lynn, KWOZ.
Sounding like $1 million, Dan. Great to hear you tonight. Hey, Sammy, you want to talk to us? Bring us up to date? Mr. DPP, how about it?
Well, good evening, Lynn. Everybody just listening. I've been gone for a few days. Had to roll up to Arkansas, come back with some kind of crud. Now I got the cough and the crud and all kind of stuff. So I'm a little bit ailing, but I'm here. Good to be back. Maybe I'll be better if I sleep in my own bed tonight. W5DPP. Good evening, everybody.
Being home always helps. Good luck with this, and keep us posted, Sammy. You're sounding great. Okay, Mr. K5INI. Toby, I heard you a while ago. You want to talk to us? Well, I'm bombing out tonight. How about KE5Q, Jim?
Yes, I'm here, Lynn, K5LYN, KE5Q, Plano, and we're on the KWM2 round emblem going into the L4B into the double bazooka 8040 Ultimax, and we're using the D104 tonight, and hopefully the signals will start getting stronger. I hope so. Anyway, appreciate you calling the net. K5LYN, KE5Q.
Sounding super. Absolutely, Jim. Hey, let me try K7ZT Joe one more time, then Jay, I'll give it to you to pick up from the rubble that I'm leaving behind here. Hey, Joe, K7CT, you still there? How about it? K5LYN. All right, Joe, Jay better pick it up.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. Is this loud enough for you, Jim, by the way? Okay, I won't ask for a signal check. All right, folks. That's what I deserve. This is Jay, KM5QS, and I am on a Kenwood TS820S driving a 922 amplifier, about 1,300 and some odd watts, and listening with a Kenwood R820 receiver.
antenna is homebrew, the antenna tuner is homebrew, and all that good stuff. So, all that being said, I was busy doing some homework and I didn't get a list, so who's next for the net?
November 5, Papa Foxtrot.
Okay, Phil, go ahead.
Tango Foxtrot.
Okay, what? Just a second. Who was the other station, Foxtrot station?
Whiskey 5, Tango Foxtrot.
Oh, okay, Terry. We'll get Phil and then you. So go ahead, Phil.
Good evening, Ned. I think all of you guys are here tonight. This is N5PL field located near Vicksburg, Mississippi. The band's pretty good tonight. I got a lot of static crashing, but all you guys are nice and loud. Running KWM2 tonight with a 312V4 and whatever the number is, the power supply. And I've got a House Gold Line microphone with a Q-Kit SP200 putting out about 600 watts, and I've got a dipole at 45 feet. And that's about it. Back to you, Jay, N5PL.
Okay, Phil. If I remember right, that's probably a 516F2, but unless you got a PM2 on the back of it. But something around there anyway, but it sounds great, whatever it is. Doing a good job, Phil. Thank you, sir, for checking in.
Yeah, rainwater take it out sometimes. I get a lot of them. N5PL.
Roger. Okay, Terry, Whiskey 5 Tango Fox. I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's me. I'm on the KWM2 wing them again tonight. And with the console and microphones, Shure 404 Charlie, high impedance handheld mic. Looking at it over the 614 Heathkit scope. And I'm driving the SP220 on the low tab tonight, about 500 or 600 watts. Antenna's a double bazooka homebrew up at about 45 feet. Phil's blowing me out over here. We across the state from each other, so we know we can talk. Back to you, Jay, KN5QS, W5 Tango Foxtrot, over.
Okay, Terry, good deal. Yeah, y'all are pretty good down here too. So band's in pretty good condition. We got a few little showers out in the Gulf stirring up some static, but we'll get over that in a little bit, I imagine. Thanks for checking in, Terry. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
WB5 Charlie, Uniform Lima.
Whew. Okay, station ending in Mike. Maybe I misheard. There was about 4 or 5 of y'all in there, I think. But try it again.
Hotel Foxtrot.
Okay, I got 2 out of that Hotel Foxtrot, and then I'll pick you up after him, Don. Hotel Fox, go ahead.
Okay, Jay, thanks for picking me up. This is Darryl in north of Coombs, Texas, on the 830S, and have the homebrew inverted V, have the external VFO and the external speaker, and a MC50 microphone there, over.
All right, sounding good.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. We will do that, or we're going to try it. Whiskey Bravo 5 Oscar Zulu. Go ahead, Don.
Okay, this is Don, New Caney, Texas, running a Kenwood TS2000, microphone MC90, amplifier Kenwood TL22A, amplifier double bazooka at 45 feet, over.
Yes, sir. I can still hear you. It's working good. Thanks for checking in. All right, folks, who's next for the Boat Anchors?
N5JJI, Uniform Lima.
Okay, N5JJI. I'll pick you up, Ed, and then that next fellow, I'll call you again in just a minute. Go ahead, Ed.
Okay. Thank you, Jay, and the group. This is N5JJI.
Hang on a minute. That ought to be a little bit better. Hi. Tonight I'm running my old Heathkit HW101, a Shure 505C microphone handheld, through the Heathkit 102 meter, over the SB201 amplifier, and out the window to an inverted V up about 45 feet. And that's my game for tonight. N5JJI, back to net.
Okay, Ed. Yeah, when you hit the switch, you put it over into what some people in a land far, far away used to call the strawberry patch.
Okay, I may have had it a little too hot. I appreciate it, Jay.
No, I just meant your signal got real loud.
Well, I can deal with that.
No, it didn't. Anyway, it came up. It's working good. All right, Ed. Thank you, sir. All right, who was the other fella?
Whiskey 5, Charlie Uniform Lima.
See you later. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Jay, for picking me up. Hello, everybody, and good evening to everyone on the net. This is Whiskey 5, Charlie Uniform Lima. Name here is Mike, and I'm running a Helicopters SR2000, pumping, about 1,000 watts out, straight into a loop out in the backyard. Other than that, that's what we're running here. So back to you, KM5QF from W5CUL.
Okay, Mike. Sounds good as usual. Little Helicopters are pretty neat. I kind of miss my HT-37, but I don't miss it enough to go looking for it. So, anyway. No, those are good old rigs. All right, thank you, Mike. All right, who's next for the boat anchors?
You always have
Kilo India 5, Juliet, Delta, Charlie.
Okay, I'll get you in a minute, Perry. Juliet, Delta, Charlie, go ahead.
Kilo India 5, Juliet, Delta, Charlie. This is Gene in Livingston, Texas. Let's see, I've got an old 706 MK2G with a chameleon loop antenna, 15 to 20 foot in the air, and running bareback. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I'll be the pool boy tonight. Back to the net.
Well, sir, this old Kenwood's hearing you just fine, so that's not a problem there. Thanks for checking in. I think I heard Missouri, Mississippi. Oh, yeah, Missouri out there. Perry, UOZ. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Johnny, and everyone here on the net. This is KB0UOZ, Perry, Greenfield, Missouri. Both bands in rough condition up here tonight. Got some possible storms coming in from the northwest. Up here in the States, kind of getting rough. Sure hope we get some rain out of it. Anyway, I'm kind of on the regular deal here for the last several weeks, Jay. We're on Heathkit Hot Water 101 and running a Shure 450 microphone. And going into the Heathkit SP1000 amplifier. I'm crowding in a little bit here tonight because the band's so bad. Anyway, and then out my usual deal, I went through my SA 2060 tuner and out the ladder line to 75 meter inverted Z. So kind of the same old stuff, Jay. Hope you're copying okay, and good evening all the way around to the boat anchors, and enjoy listening here to all the different tube radios on the air. So anyway, we're right along through the internet, at least as long as I can hear somebody. Hi. Anyway, Jay, thanks for being here today. We'll right along. KB0UOZ.
All righty. Well, y'all got those storms coming in, so just be sure you stay above the high water mark. That looks kind of nasty back over there toward Kentucky. That's a terrible thing. But anyway, y'all be careful up there. Thanks for checking in, Perry. All right, let me look back up the list here and see if Joe or Jimmy made it back. K7ZT. Joe, are you back? Nothing heard. How about you, Jimmy? KC5WLF.
QSL, I'm here, KC5WLF, Jimmy. I'm over here in Cedar Park, northwest Austin, and everybody's sounding pretty good tonight. I'm running an old, same old stuff I usually run. FT101 Zulu Delta Mark III, and a D104 amplified microphone for a microphone, and that thing, I don't think I got it turned on. I've never replaced the battery on it, but it's just barely cracked. And then I got an old FL2000B here, and good Lord, it's doing a pretty good job. It shows it's peaking about 700 watts right now, so it's still in its oats tonight for some reason or another into an offsetter fed dipole. But I'm sure glad to hear everybody keeping these old rigs up. It really helps. It really helps keep the band alive. I know they don't work as good as the newer ones, but they still have an appeal. Good evening, everybody. KC5WLF. I'll be clear.
All righty, Jimmy. Well, I don't know. They sound pretty good. I guess you could say, well, yeah, they're fun to play with, and the old stuff. Sometimes it's good to remember where you came from. Sometimes it ain't, but that's a different story. That we don't go there. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate it. You got that D104 set just right as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Well, we've all heard all about that, but that one sounds good. Thank you, Jimmy. All right, folks. Let me see. Anyone else for the boat anchors before I pass it to Rusty?
K5 Sierra Alpha Charlie. Good evening, boat anchors.
Foxtrot 5, Bravo Israel.
Kilo 5, Tango Whiskey Romeo.
Okay, let me, I heard about 3 and I got 2, so let me see what I can pull out here. Norman, go ahead, SAC.
Okay, good evening, Jay, Lynn, Rusty, the whole group. Everybody's sounding pretty good tonight. The weather's kind and we don't have a bunch of lightning flashes and stuff to put up with tonight. I'm looking at the cloud cover, waiting for the rain to come, and waiting. This is Kilo 5 Sierra Alpha Charlie. I'm Norman in Nederland, Texas, between Beaumont and Port Arthur down here where they make all the oil and petrochemicals and all that good stuff. Same old KWN2, 30L1. One of these days I'm going to drag a Drake or something down from the attic, but it gets heavier and heavier to lug that stuff up and down the stairs, so that's why I get lazy and just check in on the same old thing. That's about it from here. Pick up those other two and I'll be standing by listening. K5SAC.
Okay, Norman. Yeah, it might be easier just to put an antenna, a piece of coax up in the attic instead of lugging it downstairs. It might get a little warm up there. All righty, thank you, Norman. All right, TWR, go ahead, sir.
Yes, hello, Jay, and everybody else on the net. This is David, K5TWR in Tyler, Texas. And tonight I'm running an old Kentwood TS520, the original, using an MC50 microphone, running it with no amplifier. Looks like I'm getting close to 140 watts out on peak. So I don't have a whole lot going on this evening, but it's good to hear everybody tonight on the net. So I'll turn it back to you, Jay, and say 73 to everybody. This is K5TWR, David in Tyler, Texas. Back to the net.
Okay, David. Well, I'm getting a solid S units on you. Good copy. It sounds fine. Audio is great. No problem. So it's working good for you. Thank you, sir, for checking in. And there was one other that tried a minute ago, and I almost got it, but I missed it. So go ahead.
KC5L.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead, Tom.
Hey, good evening, Jay, in the Boat Anchor Set. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And we're on the usual tonight, talking on the Central Electronics 200B with a D104 microphone. 600L amplifier, Johnson KW Matchbox, and a homebrew doublet of about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And that's about all I have here, Jay. So back to you, KC5L.
Okay, Tom. Sounds great as usual. Nice, smooth audio. Always is. Well, it's a good thing I don't have any room on my desk. I'd be out looking for a Central Electronics, but anyway, I can't do that. Thank you, Tom. Rusty, you want to take some before I use them all up? KM5QS WK5R.
All right, Jay. This is WK5R, and you're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. I'll give Jay time up to zero back in. He's kind of drifted to higher there. Not much, but a higher. Anyway, we're running the same stuff usually, except for one thing. I'm running the 590 TS590S, the Audio Technica microphone, and I'm driving a homebrew 8877 amp at least legal limit. Enough said about that. Into the fan dipole up at 50 feet. All right, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K0 SCD.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, good evening, Rusty, and all you boat anchors. K0 SCD, Stephen Tyler. Again, as usual, the Kenwood 520, the Collins 30L1, the dipole 40-odd feet, and still Warben Tyler. Back to you, Rusty. K0 SCD.
All right, Steve, the old 520 still working as it usually does. Okay, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Oh, my shift may be short. Anybody else out there anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. Well, I don't hear a soul there, Lynn. Jay might have fished the pond dry there. So K5LYN, WK5R. Go ahead and give her another shot.
Well, maybe you and I just ought to talk a while, Rusty. What do you think?
Your own frequency. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble getting my act together around here this evening anyway. Yeah, this is K5LYN returning here on the Central Electronics 10A from the year 1951, and I have it hitched up to a lot of support radios trying to come up with a signal here on 3870. We have had a lot of nice check-ins this evening. Let's see if there's anybody else out there would like to come in and say hello. And you don't have to be on a vintage radio to do in here. To just an interest in what we're doing. So anybody out there, K5LYN, listening?
Kilo 5, Lima Tango.
Lima Tango, talk to us.
Hi, good evening, Lynn. This is Lyle. K5LT, located outside of Bernie, Texas, about 30 miles north of San Antonio. I'll run the usual tonight, run the Heathkit SB101 to the Heathkit SB221 amplifier out through a bunch of wire running through the cedar trees. So everything's going good here. Didn't touch my project from last week. I got a new Heathkit SWR meter I need to install, make everything Heathkit, and I haven't taken it apart and cleaned it up yet. Still sitting here on the bench. So that's my to-do for this week. So maybe next Wednesday I'll have it in line, see if it works. So that's it from here at Learland. Back to you, K5LT.
You know, Lyle, when I was a kid and Heathkit was big, everybody had one of those. And I'm glad to hear that you scored one. How does it look cosmetically?
Oh, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. No scratches on it. The meters are all good. The knobs are good. The buttons are good. So it's all there. I just need to take the cover off of it, blow the dust out of it, and then hook it up and see what happens and put a 9-volt battery in it. It's an HM2140. So we'll see. I'll get it going here.
Actually, that's not the one I was thinking of. You said it has a battery in it, so it's rigged so you can do peak reading. Is that right?
Yes, sir. It'll do peak and average.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that. Yeah, that's not the one I remember from my childhood. So keep us posted on that project. And, hey, if you get around to it, send me a picture, because I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, okay. If I remember to do that, I'll do it.
All right, nice to hear you. Nice to hear you, Lyle. Anything else for the group this afternoon?
No, sir, just thin rain.
Yeah, we're all saying that. Not cool. By the way, I just got a text from Matt, who records our net, and he sent me a picture of a fire he could see from his porch. So we're all kind of in a panic over this whole deal. We really need the rain. All right, anybody else want to talk boat anchors? K5LYN, listening?
Kilowatt 7 Z Tango.
Joe, I called you earlier a while ago. How you doing? K7ZT.
Good evening, Lynn. Yeah, K7ZT. Doing well. Just like everybody else in the net, trying to stay cool. I got more projects in the works than I care to outline. Seriously. But tonight it's all solid state, the FT991A, the ALS 600, LDG tuner going into an off-center-fed dipole, over.
Well, very nice signal, very nice signal. And remind me now, was it Collins you were working on, or what was the vintage radio you had when we were talking before?
No, it was Drake. I'm almost ashamed to say. You recommended getting a Shure 444, which I did. And I took apart I had a D104 before when you made that comment. So I'm just in the process of setting up the connector to mate with my Drake C-line, and struggling a little bit, but I'll figure it out, over.
Yeah, now I remember. We talked about that, and I mentioned that what I do with mine is make a universal connector, so that I can plug my regular 3-connector D104 or Shure 444 into whatever weird other type of connector the radio might want. Because Collins has different, and my homebrew Cheap and Easy has different, and then Hallicrafters is different too. So these connectors on microphones can keep us working overtime, over.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I had the D104 up working fine, but the audio on it was horrible, and you recommended that because the crystal mic elements are getting old, so I bought a 444. Anyway, it's just, I know it's ridiculous. It's just, I've been spending more time working than spending on the hobby, over.
Okay, well, yeah, every time you've heard me on several different vintage radios, it's been the Shure 444. And I too have a D104 with even the Bob Heil element crystal resolution thing that he has a low impedance microphone with a transformer that's supposed to substitute for the D104, and mine still isn't up to par. So I understand your frustration. Anyway, Joe, great to hear you. Anything, any new projects in the works beside that?
Oh, yeah, the AT1, the Apache AT1. I had the capacitor blow up in my face. I've managed to get the replacement, and I'm going to run through that. But I'm going to do, since I got a Variac, and I'm going to bring it up real slow, and I'm going to do all the requisite things that I should have done before. But anyway, that's what I'm already working on, Lynn. K5LYN K7ZT.
Okay, Joe, keep us posted. And yeah, I don't turn on an old radio without replacing all the paper and electrolytic caps. And people argue with me about that, but in fact, I get mine up and running before they do. So good luck with it, and keep us posted. All right, who else wants to talk vintage radio this evening? K5LYN listening.
WA5EDX.
EDX, hey Byron, bring us up to date.
Hello, gentlemen. Tonight we're on looks like a low power Kenwood. I'm not putting out full audio. Full power for some reason, but PS530. And into the old inverted D. We're also fighting fires over here in Bluffdale. We had a grass fire, pasture fire breakout over just north of Kohler this afternoon. I think they've got it under control now, but It did send one firefighter had to be life flighted to Fort Worth for burns, and I think they may have lost a couple of brush trucks or lost some equipment too. So, yeah, that fire is real scary. We're scared to leave the house anymore.
Comment?
Pray for
Yeah, I hear the ripple too.
We'll talk to y'all next week. K5LYN, WA5EDX.
Yeah, Byron, there's a problem there. Let's see what Comment has to say about it. Comment, go ahead.
Yeah, this is JKM5QS. Byron, you've either got a very low power supply, low voltage power supply, or the caps in that 530 high voltage are fixing to go boom.
Yeah, I'll check it out. It worked the last time I used it. We'll get it fixed by next week.
Okay.
Yeah, a pretty severe ripple on the audio is what I'm hearing, Jay.
Yeah, it sounds like a friend of mine had a 530 that sounded like that before I replaced the capacitors on the high voltage, on the dang it, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. All right, Byron, be careful with that, and don't let it catch up with you the wrong way at the wrong time. Yeah, it needs some caps, would be my guess also. All right, let's see. Anybody else want to talk about anchors? K5LYN listening. Comment, go ahead.
This is Dan, Kate. Shoot. I'm dropping out here.
Dan, you got a loose mic cord?
Comment's got a problem too.
Yep. Cold anchor.
Well, my amplifier quit. I don't know why. Can you hear me at all?
Yep.
Okay. There's an outfit called hammadeparts.com. That's HAMmadeparts.com. The guy's called WY0GTR, Whiskey Yankee Zero Golf Tango Romeo. This guy makes adapters from everything and to everything, and I kid you not. If you get a chance, take a look at his website on hammadeparts.com. If you've got a XLR, a 310, he'll made it up to anything. He'll made up microphones that aren't supposed to go with other radios. He's got an adapter to make it work and whatever he needs in between. It's an interesting outfit. His prices are typically $30 for these adapter cables. That's it. KWOZ.
Dan, did you say WY0GTR?
Roger.
Well, we'll look him up for sure. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. Thanks for the information. I'm sure everybody will enjoy pursuing that and see what we come up with. All right. Hey, Jay, I probably talked long enough. I must be way down the band by now. K5QS, K5LYN.
No, you're still close enough. I can understand what you're saying. I mean, if we don't move a little bit, it ain't a boat anchor, right? All right. Anyway, let me see here. And I copied that hammadeparts.com down so I can remember it, and I'm going to look at it too. You never know what you might need. All right, folks, this is JKM5QS again, and this is still the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. So if there's anybody out there we've missed, come now.
K5, I heard you guys are looking for me. I was up on 3916 for a few.
Oh, okay. You were up there slumming with Pete and Jerry, huh?
Not Jerry, thank God. Thank you so much.
Well, you did. Okay. You probably caught the flavor of the sarcasm there a little bit, I think. Anyway, go ahead, Toby.
Oh, I don't know what. I'm trying to think from Austin. He said you guys had brought me up, and I was over on 16. I said, okay, let me go back down there. I had you in my right ear, but it was kind of low, and I wasn't paying attention. So if anybody had a question for me, I'd pop back down here.
No, we had you on the list for the Boat Anchors Net, so we just thought we'd give you a chance to say something.
Oh, okay. Well, I think what's going to happen, we're going to wind up being there on Friday afternoon. Carol's going to bring her Texas caviar, so you'll have enough to work into Saturday.
Oh, that'll work. It'll, because people will be eating all Friday night, so up until whatever. So that's cool. That'll work.
Yep.
That's 56. Well, for y'all it'd be 57. We'll be there 56 days, but 57 days from now we'll see you.
Not included.
What's Texas caviar?
Shoot a little double there, Ken.
And type in Texas caviar, and you will see it has nothing to do with caviar, the fish, but it has everything else in it. It's just super good.
Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I had no idea. I didn't think it had anything to do with regular caviar, but just wanted to know. K7ZT.
Yeah, you got it right.
Joe?
Yeah, Roger.
It's a side dish. It's got lots of different components to it, different things, and it's you look at it and what the heck, but you taste it and you say, give me more.
Yeah, I can imagine what it tastes like. I'm just wondering, why the hell is it?
Goes with your entree or whatever. You put it on your dish like a veggie or something. It's an accent. It's just real good.
Okay, fine business. I appreciate it, Jay. I need some help sometimes to explain these things.
Yeah, let me give you what's in it. Black-eyed peas, red bell peppers, yellow bell peppers, jalapenos, red onions, lemons, yada yada, that kind of stuff. You kind of get the idea.
Oh, Roger, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sounds really good. And I have a bit of culinary experience, so I think I could put that together, and I will try. But thanks for the recipe, this Kilowatt 7Z Tango.
All right, Tango. Take care.
Yeah, be careful if you know how to cook and you want and you're any kind of a volunteer, we might put you to work.
Well, I'll be at Belton, and I'll definitely touch base with you as soon as I get there, but I'm not going to spend the night Friday night.
Oh, shucks. Okay. All righty. Well, all right, Joe, thank you. And thanks for checking in, Toby. We got you there.
All righty, sir. I'm going to run back to 16. They're full of crap up there, too.
Thanks for the recipe, Toby.
Yeah, get on and just put in Texas caviar recipe, and there's 2 or 3 of them. They use, sweet onions, and the other ones don't use it. So pick one that you like, and I haven't had any that are bad.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I promise you I will. 73 K7ZT.
All right, I'm gone. K5INI.
All right.
Yes,
this is KM5QS. Is there anyone else that we haven't visited with yet that would like to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. YMF. Go right ahead.
KF5YMF, thank you, Dick, for picking me up. And I just had a comment for the last. Oh, by the way, glad I'm not too late for the Boat Anchor net here. I was napping. Anyway, that Texas caviar, I think the main ingredient is black-eyed peas. I think those are the little eggs. But I think my sister used to make that. Anyway, on my Swan 500C, hope you guys can hear me. Hope I'm on frequency. Glad I didn't miss the net. KF5YMF, that's about all I got. Back to net.
All righty. Yeah, here you fine. No problems. Black-eyed peas. That's what I was trying to remember. If that's what, yeah, there's some kind of peas in there. I remember that. But anyway, I know it was good.
Black-eyed peas are a staple at the Westbrook House. I'm from North Georgia, and that's just the way it was. But the Texas spin on that is really appreciated.
Okay. Well, you know how it is. Things, this stuff. You got to put your spin on it, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, I will take that and use it. Over.
There you go. All right. Let me see. Okay, is there anyone else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited?
WJA.
Oh, there you are. N5WJA. Go ahead, Jim.
N5WJA. Yeah, I was in the house eating supper. I don't have any traffic. I'm on my soldered and cheap sockets on that 820. You know, just some of that old gear maintenance. With that, I'm gonna turn it back to you. 7-3's all inside WJ.
Okay, Jim. Alrighty, yep. If they didn't require a little work, it'd get boring, wouldn't it? No, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Jim. All right, folks. Anyone else? Okay, Rusty, you want to wrap it up? This is JKM5QS, and I appreciate everybody's participation this evening. So, Rusty, go ahead, 7-3.
Okay, Jay. Well, you're drifting again, but you stayed close enough long enough. Hi. All right. This is WK5R, and this is the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. Is there anybody else out there that wants to check in before we close her down? Come now.
Alpha India 5, Oscar Sierra.
Rusty, if there's nobody else, I want to recheck KB0. You owe that.
Okay, I did hear another station out there, and I cannot copy them. But go ahead with your recheck, Barry.
Yeah, Rusty, good evening to you, sir. And I didn't get a chance to say good evening there to Lynn. But anyway, I just want to throw out there, I've got a couple of deals here on the workbench. Working on the power supply for a Heathkit 104, and I've got the late model power supply. It's got the crowbar circuit, and I had issues with that thing. We got it working. It didn't last too long, and went down again. I understand that's a common thing with them Heathkits. Anyway, then tried something new. Trying to put in a different power supply and wire it up so it would come on when you turn the radio on, and it worked fine. The power supply worked fine until done the mod to get it to run through the radio and turn on, and then when it went through that procedure, then the darn thing, two different power supplies, one a switching power supply and an Astron power supply, and the darn thing wants to put a birdie on the radio on the receive, so that's not working out either. So anyway, trying to figure that out. And then the next thing on the workbench, I got an SP 102 that the old grease in the VFO has dried up. So I got to get in there, and I'm going to turn the loop back down with some WD-40. You got to have that grease stay in there, but you got to get it, they get hard in there, and then things don't work right. Anyway, I just want to throw that in, and I'll shut up and let you closing that down. KB0, you hold that.
Yeah, Perry, that 104 is that's that solid state rig that matches the SP230, isn't it?
Roger.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought while you were describing that. All right, well, good luck with it. Anyway, I will give you one little tip. If you lose the CMOS side in there, that little coffin-shaped 5-volt regulator, you can actually take that out and take one of those 3-legged regulators and pull the 12 volts off of that 12-volt regulator that's right adjacent to it, and then feed the 5 volts back into the system where it goes, and that'll work. I've done one that way before. Anyway, get the tip there, Perry. We'll catch you next time. Okay, did anybody else copy that weak station that was trying to check in? Come now.
Alpha India 5, Oscar Sierra.
Oh, Oscar Sierra, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Just checking in here on the Boat Anchor set. I am using a Kenwood Tango Lima 922, so there you go. Running about 660 watts through here, and certainly hope that will suffice. But I am looking for a Kenwood
I'd love to get like an 830, 530 or 830 sugar to match this. From, like I say, I am a Kenwood fan. Anyway, that's what I've got here. This is AI508 on the new Instead FM. Back to net.
Okay, 530 sounds fine. I thought I detected a little bit of RF in there, but it might have been static ranges that I was hearing, because I was having to get enough out of what you were saying in between the static ranges to figure out what you were running there. All right, appreciate you checking in. All right, anybody else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we shut her down? Come now.
Comment?
You go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, Justin, make sure all your connections are good and tight. Sometimes that can cause a little RF, because that's what Rusty was referring to. Your RF came back on you. So just, make sure all your connections are good and tight, and that some of your coax may be laying up against each other or something. Who knows? RF can be a funny devil to trace down.
Gotcha. Okay. How bad is the RF right now?
No, that's much better.
Okay. Yeah. I need to finish grounding everything. The SAP is definitely working. I'm glad to see that the SWR is showing 1-to-1. I'm just going to take a look and see what the reflected power is as I transmit. I'm getting 0.6 of a watt reflected right now, if that matters.
Let's see if he's holding on to the microphone.
Yeah, that's what I just thought of. Justin, what kind of microphone are you using?
I am using the Kenwood hand microphone.
Oh, the hand microphone. Well, it's plastic. It shouldn't be doing it then. It might be something else, but you may have a loose connection or something. But on some of the Kenwoods, the desk mics have a get RF problem, because the ground, the key to push-to-talk ground and the chassis ground one of them's floating above the other, and if they're not connected together, you can pick up RF that way. But the hand mic shouldn't do that.
Getting back into the radio itself.
Hey, Jay, can I get in a minute?
Fairly good run of coax.
Yeah.
They've got a fairly good run of coax to that antenna. Maybe that coax is bad. That's weird. Maybe the connector's bad into my patch panel. I don't know. That's really good.
Yeah, somebody else had a comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's me, Jay. Yeah, K5LY. And Justin's kind of a local guy. If he'll send me an email, we'll work with him and see if we can get that figured out. The other reason I'm suggesting that is I can barely copy him, and that's not right. It's not working right. So, and I'd look him up in QRZ.com, but I don't know. But maybe he can send me an email. We'll get it going. K5LYN.
Yeah, I'm in QRZ as well. Sure, if you want to look me up, by all means, what's your, I can certainly send you an email. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get in touch. We'll get it figured out. Back to you, Jay.
Okay, Lynn, his call is Alpha India 5, Oscar Zulu. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Oscar Sierra.
Yeah, I'll look him up in the morning.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Jay. One other little tip I've noticed on Kenwoods, but I'm sure you'd notice if it was doing that. That little metal hanger on the back of that Kenwood hand mic, that darn thing will bite you sometimes if you don't watch it. I've been bit by them before. Anyway, all right, is there anybody else out there wants to check in before we close the net? Come now.
K5TWR, recheck.
TWR, go ahead.
Yes, I'm in the market for my old 520 here, and I'll be willing, of course, to buy it, no problem. The left side cover that covers up those 5 adjustments, for the box and the bias and all that, I need one of those most covers for this old radio. Or do you know where I might be able to find one? I've been looking online, and I'm just not able to find it.
Off the top of my head, I don't. Is that guy, where's he at, Jay, up in Colorado that has all that Kenwood parts?
Oh, the fellow that usually takes them apart, I'm trying to remember his call. It's KE5 something. But David, are you coming to Belton?
Byron, WA5EDX.
Yeah, Byron might have some parts.
Okay, yeah, I'm in Tyler. I'm one of Steve's friends. I don't live but about a mile away from him, K0STD, and he didn't have one, so I'm kind of in the market for one of those. I'd like to get that cover on there. So anyway, that's all I had. I just kind of wondered about that.
A little metal cover on top.
Okay, no, it's not on top, it's on the side of the rig. What you might do, David, is look up Byron, Whiskey Alpha 5 EDX. He's not too far from you, and see if he's got a bunch of old stuff laying around there. He might have a parts rig or something that have one on there.
Okay, yeah, somebody came in there and got kind of doubled there, so anyway, all right. Well, it's just, cosmetic, but I'd like to have one on it if I could. So anyway, thanks a lot, Jay, and everybody else on the net, and enjoyed listening to y'all tonight. Thanks a lot. K5EWR.
All right. Appreciate it, sir. All right. One more last time. Anybody else out there that wants to check in before we close the net, come now. Well, I heard nobody that time, so we thank everybody for checking in. Jay and Lynn and myself and a bunch of others out there that want to take these old radios on the air and make them work there. We'll look for y'all all next week. So this is WK5R with the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, now closing the net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R clear.